Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Hello. So 2 years ago, I did a video how I became a free human and at what cost. And I thought I would revisit that video because it's been 2 years and there's been a lot of changes within myself as around this topic. Yeah, at the end of this video, I actually will insert me trying to answer the questions that I put in the original How to Become a Free Human video and how much I stumbled through those questions because I realized that now freedom is nothing like what I thought freedom was back just 2 years ago. So I've shifted and molded a lot. Instead of awkwardly showing you the questions first, I thought I'd just sit down and chat with you guys about the updates on my freedom journey and the humbleness that I've had to experience from thinking that I knew what it was. Previously in the other video, I gave all these material and consumeristic ways that I was a free human, and I can say now, even as the founder of Free Human series, that I am not a free human. I'm in the pursuit of it. So if you want to see what my materialistic qualifications are that I thought made me a free human, you can watch the previous video. What I can say is my intentions have always been good. I just needed to learn and be humbled so I can be of service to you guys whilst we explore the journey of free human together and try to find answers around this topic together. So let me just start fresh. So let's define freedom first. What I know freedom is now 100,000% without any doubt. It is completely an internal space. If you have the internal freedom, you are free no matter what you do in your life. It has nothing to do with how much you've traveled. It has nothing to do with your job. It has nothing to do with any of those things. There are so many free people that have a 9 to 5. There are so many people that are living off grid. There are so many people that are free that are in prison. There are so many people that are free no matter what their external circumstances are. So it is a journey of internal freedom. That's why we are on this planet. That is what we are here for, to discover internal freedom. And until we figure out what that looks like for ourselves and how to get there, it's going to constantly feel like you are in a prison and you are trapped. That is the unfortunate bottom line. And we're going to keep pursuing things to try to fill a void, to help us feel as if we've got some sort of sense of control of our life. But there always feels like there's an emptiness. And this is when you know you want to have true freedom, is when you're pursuing this thing, because nothing in your life feels complete. And you might even have all the successes in the world. This is me exposing myself, but still feeling like there's something that is really deeply lacking and you're feeling incomplete. I'm becoming a lot more confused with the reality of the world and what's going on, and I'm losing that sense of childlike nature, which a lot of people for some reason condemn, to be joyful and playful. And as you get older, it is like this force of, no, you've got to adult and you can't take time out of your busy schedule of doing all these tasks in order to have fun. So I do think that a lot of people that have understood a level of freedom are those that are able to play and have a lot of joy, because that's when you're kind of doing life right. And I've definitely taken on the serious side of life, and I've not allowed myself to be a joyful, playful human because I'm so task oriented. And there's been so many things that I've leaned into throughout my time because I thought it was what I was doing to get freedom, but I was just, it was the wrong definition of freedom. It was so wrong. It was so wrong. And to see how different I am now, just 2 years later, of what I value, what I cherish, what is important to me, is massive. Now, what I know 100% is the most important thing is, family and community, and being there for other people and assisting other people, and remembering the strength of yourself as a being and not restricting yourself and not taking outside considerations that are trying to squish you and make you something you are not, which is a weak human without joy, without laughter, without play, without love. So anybody that is not fully in love and integrity and authenticity is someone that is dictated by different forces. How to say this? We're all experiencing different levels of inauthenticity and being out of integrity and not being in love. And the aim is to just keep coming back to it. Sounds very spiritual, I would say, but it's Yeah, I guess it is a bit of a spiritual journey, and it does sound fluffy because it's not something we can attach ourselves to. There's nothing we can tick off and say, done that, done that, done that. I am in love. I am in authenticity, because sometimes there is tough love. You have to give tough love as well. And it's not just like, I love everybody. It's love and light. So you have all these interactions with people at all times that are testing love, and you're going to make mistakes. But that's the compass. Like, it's crazy, but love really is the compass of freedom. Oh my God. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm just realizing that is what it really is. Are you in love? In love, not in love, but in love. Are you in the frequency of love? Far out, that sounds hippie. That is why you don't need to do anything or be anything in order to be free. This is why Viktor E. Frankl was able to be a free human in a concentration camp. Holy crap, that's crazy. I understand that people have this big aversion to the idea of free human because at its core, it's challenging to every single person that comes across this idea. It is a complete mirror as to where you might not be in integrity or in love or free, and that is painful to bear. To know that you're not free is really painful at the soul level. It hurts. I'm this constant mirror to people when I bring up these topics of freedom, of pain. But the pain is there in order for you to be able to also pursue this idea and not just be swayed by flashy consumeristic things such as big fancy cars. Sorrel. If you're finding these videos time and time again and they're triggering and they're hurting you, or they're confusing, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. With all this being said, a short little introduction of where I am around freedom right now. Here are some questions that I try to answer around being free human. My 2-year update on this topic. So I hope you enjoy. The house is a little bit dirty, so I'm going to clean it up whilst I answer how I became a free human and at what cost. A 2-year update. I have the questions that I answered in the previous video. I'm going to link it up here. And I haven't watched my answers to that video because I want to just completely have a brand new perspective. I've changed so much in the last 2 years. That video can't stand by it's not it anymore. I'm personally fascinated that I've taken on this journey of freedom. I didn't really know the responsibility that it would have on my life and how much of a Pandora's box I would open by pursuing this topic. And trying to box the idea of freedom into YouTube videos and make them easy to digest is one of the most ludicrous and humongous tasks that I can undertake. I'm just going to try. Number one, what is your definition of being free? Freedom is 100% absolutely an internal game. What is the first step to becoming a free human? These answers are so deep so fast. I think understanding that there are forces in place that are going to make sure that you are not free at every possible step, and taking into account that this is the most valuable thing that we have as humans, and it is the one thing that people will fight tooth and nail to ensure that you don't have. So it's not going to be an easy journey. It's probably going to be the hardest thing you ever undertake. So it's not for the faint-hearted. How much did I sacrifice to live this life? My sanity? My mind. I've had to sacrifice my mind. My ego is being humbled every single day. My understanding of reality in the world is being altered and changed at all times. I would say to some degree it's made me isolated as well, this journey, because a lot of people are averted to the idea of understanding this freedom thing. It's cost me connection and my mind, which is a good thing, because giving up my mind is actually a beautiful thing. I'm not angry about that. What mindset trait do you think differentiates you from others? That just in itself is such an egotistical question. I don't even want to answer it. I'm pretending in that other video that I'm so special and above people because I've achieved consumeristic levels of success. That is such an egotistical question. I can't. How to handle pressure from society when you decide to live life on your own terms. That is a real thing, actually. There is so much pressure to conform to a way of people living because it's a total threat when someone breaks out, not to just the people that are feeling like they are being left behind and they're not living their life fully, but also to a system that does not in any way, shape or form want you to be free. Everything's very structured and put in place in order to ensure that people are not free. So someone that comes in and threatens that idea is going to be taken out by everything and everyone. So how do you handle the pressure from society? You have to be very, very, very certain of yourself, and your integrity has to be on point. When you are on the pursuit of freedom, any inauthenticity will be highlighted to you, and you just can't be inauthentic on this journey. You have to drop things and be embarrassed and swallow humble pie a lot when you are going along on the pursuit of freedom. It's not an easy journey. How do you find your tribe? That is a great question, actually. How do you find these people? Stick with me if you like. There's a link down below for a newsletter that I'm going to start creating little pockets of communities and real life events that people can come to. At first, it's just going to be Australia. So if you're in Australia, I'm going to have some things that you can come and attend, which will make you feel less alone. So that's probably it. Otherwise, it's hard. The real true pursuit of freedom isn't something that is widely available for people. And it's not just like if you're working for the 9 to 5 or you're trying to be a nomad. It is so much more than that. It's like a spiritual depth, but it's even the spiritual community is tainted. It's tainted so much. Wow. How to overcome fear that stops you from pursuing your dream life. Authenticity, how to unlock passive income and manage finances effectively. Nothing related to freedom, not even going to answer that. How do you afford this lifestyle financially? This is not about a lifestyle, that's very superficial, so I'm not going to answer that. How to not be afraid of making the wrong decision. You are going to make the wrong decision. And you just correct, you course correct. You do something, it doesn't work, you course correct, voila. Maybe I shouldn't even be trying to clean the car while talking to you guys on such a deep level. I feel like I'm distracted, I'm not doing anything. Let me just clean up a little bit and come back to you when I'm fully present with you. Let's just forget about cleaning altogether and let's just chat and sit in comfort. Next question. What did you do daily to get to where you are? The biggest thing I think I've been born with, and everybody's got this, it's just a level of allowing it to be at the forefront, is the rebellious questioning side of you. You just feel like something's off. You just don't understand the way that we are functioning and why we do certain things. And of course we go along with it because it is society, but it still just feels a little bit alien to be going around and doing what we do. Something just feels limiting. Something feels off. So the questioning side of me, as well as the mix of having my mum being a mum and dad, my whole family really being quite rebellious in that way of just being confused, but not allowing those questions to disappear and actually leaning into them more, which also went hand in hand with being okay to be different. Being okay to be looked at as weird, being okay to be the outcast for the majority of my life, being okay to be isolated in some way. It's definitely a blessing and a curse, but those things on a very daily basis, that's what's gotten me to where I am right now. And where I am right now is, I'm not going to say like it's an easy path or one that everybody has to undertake. I don't think it's for everyone, as I've mentioned before. I think everybody that is trying to disconnect from society is somewhat on track. So living off-grid, living independently, trying to have no debt, not being tied to any systems is the path that is going to help you unlock a lifestyle where you feel, this is so weird, I'm just going to give it the reference, like the Matrix. It's not a beautiful world, but it feels fulfilling when they have disconnected, and there's a small group of them that are disconnected, but it's not easy. So I'll just leave it at that. How to find the discipline to keep going without slipping back into the easy day job. Sorry. It's nothing to do with a job. You can have any job and still be on the pursuit of freedom. How to start questioning, start being okay with being rebellious, start being okay with doing things differently from everybody. So yeah, if it is pursuing more free time for yourself, if it is not pursuing the white picket fence, if it is not pursuing the material possessions, becoming a minimalist, disconnecting from social media. You might see for myself that I've deactivated my Instagram because I realized that it is taking up so much time that I spend on there, and it's also plugging me into some energy that I don't really want to be a part of at the moment. I'm still trying to find myself. So my little corner of the universe is my YouTube videos as well as a newsletter. And if you'd like to sign up for the newsletter, there's a link down below. And that's where you're going to see some more in-depth thoughts rather than just trying to overwhelm you on the world of Instagram. I think emails are just a lot more personal. Where does your money come from? Watch the previous video to find out. What were some of the hardest decisions you had to make on your path to freedom? Great question. Oh, that's a good one. Hardest decisions. Confronting what I think freedom is. Every day just being humbled that I got it all wrong, that like yesterday, that I thought I knew what freedom is. It is not that, and every single day it's changing in front of my eyes because I am on such a true pursuit of this freaking stupid topic that I don't know why. Why it's like clung to me like a stinky smell. It just sticks around, and just every day just being like, oh my God, I got that wrong. Damn it. Damn it. And every day just having to course correct and make mistakes and be humbled and be embarrassed and be like, okay, I made another mistake just yesterday and that's not what I believe anymore. Damn it. Yeah, having a very student-like mind and open mind as much as possible, because the mind resists at all costs as well to be opened. Let's stick with that answer. Did you always know you'd succeed? Shut up. It's not about success. It is not about success. What an ego-driven question. How do you know when you're ready to take the leap? When something inside of you feels so wrong about everything. You might have all the possessions, you might be traveling, you might feel like you've ticked off all the boxes and you're doing life, but something still feels empty. That's when you start questioning deeply every narrative that we've been fed. Is it worth sacrificing my partnership for this? No, absolutely not. No, you take everybody with you. You do not drop anybody off, okay? It doesn't mean you have to be with your partner if there is a huge disconnect, but you just have to try to uplift everybody around you. There is no dropping people off. And that doesn't mean be kind and nice and just pander to people. It means like you have a vision for where you're going and what you want out of your life, and you help them to come along if they want. It is their choice though in the end. So you don't drop everybody off just because you want a pursuit of freedom. No, freedom, literally no one is free unless everybody is free. And it's our job to help each other become free. So you don't, what? No. Being in partnership is the biggest gift to help you free yourself. The people that are closest to you are going to challenge you the most because they are the ones that you're going to pour the most into. So if you get rid of your partnership, you are missing an enormous opportunity for growth. If it is extremely challenging, there are lessons there for you to learn. And if you don't learn those lessons, you're going to take them into the next relationship. It doesn't mean you have to stay with the person. Sometimes it actually does mean you have to stay with the person to unhook the trap that you are both in. The pain that you are both in. Everybody at the core level is an authentic, loving human. But if you are in chaos, it means that that side of you is lost temporarily, and relationships are there to help you. So if someone's not pursuing the exact same thing as you want to be pursuing, or they're not dedicated to the path of freedom, that is nothing on them. Let people be, let them do whatever they want. If you guys have completely different life paths that you want to take and one person's super not into it, then maybe your values and where you're heading, your plan for your life might not be aligned. Sure. But I'm not a relationship expert, that's for sure. But ditching someone when there's love, like we are loving humans, that's the core. It's just such a gift to be in a relationship and work through your stuff. It's such a gift. And now that we've got that out of the way, these are the most ludicrous questions. I just finished editing the video that you've seen the rest of, and I was nervous actually to watch it because I was like, will this make sense? Is this something I'd like to put out? Because it is a bit different, maybe. And I figured out actually, I kind of like it. And then I thought that was done, but I just came to make lunch and I was like, I've actually got more to say about this. So I'm just going to see what thoughts ramble off. And yeah, before I set the camera up, I had a thought. What was the thought though? Oh, this is where I struggle a little bit. If we're looking at politics, if we're looking at the world really, but let's just go into like the smaller picture of politics right now. It seems like either the left is fighting for freedom or the right is fighting for freedom. And this is where I can't agree with both sides, because in the end, anything that is there to divide us, anything that there is there to turn us from one another is not it. What I can say is feeding any energy into a system that's not working and trying to fight any energy of what you don't want, of a world that you don't want, is feeding the same thing. So if you have strong political views that are turning you against your fellow humans, it is not it. It is not it. So anything at all that is there around division is the wrong path. And that's another isolating thing. It's like you literally are in the world not with any strong political views or any views at all. You're not like, this is good, this is bad, you should do this, you should do this. Of course, there's principles that I have in mind and values and a compass, a moral compass that I'm trying to steer my ship towards. I will not turn against another person for a view that is different to mine. I will struggle for sure at times to understand them and hear them, but I will not turn on them and judge them and blame them, because whatever you judge and blame on someone, you're doing that yourself. If you hate something about someone, it's because it's within you, and that's like confronting. So the division, that's no bueno for me, no bueno. Then there's also the idea like divide and conquer doesn't just go beyond what you believe and don't. Like even the fact that those videos do so well, where there are videos talking about love everybody, everybody's like, be in support of everybody, no one's bad, they're just different. Like those things won't do as well because we are being pushed into the direction of needing to hate each other. That is like the fuel for the division. So anything that is not going to go into that narrative is not going to be popular. And actually, speaking of, I don't care how many views these videos get. I don't like, these are longer, these are not entertainment anymore. If I put this video out, I'm quite proud because it's definitely not an entertaining video. It is long, it's got a lot to it, it's messy, it's not polished. So like YouTube wants you to have it polished and all that kind of stuff. I need to step away from the entertainment side because I am not showcasing who I am and what I believe and my mind and my heart and my values. I'm not showcasing that because of certain fears. So I've spent a few years actually hiding from showing this side of myself, and I realize that I'm wasting everybody's time when I'm not being authentic and delivering a really important message, right? It doesn't have to be an important message as such, like I can still have fun, but it is rooted in this idea of uplifting and helping rather than, I don't know. It's the inauthenticity has come through on my videos in the last few years when I was aware of stuff, but I chose to go the entertainment route because I was scared of people's reactions and what they would think of me. And I realized that I need to stand a little bit for those people that are here for me and have been on this journey for a long time and they're looking for substance from my work and I haven't given that to them. So for those people, I am choosing to stand in the line of fire a little bit and take hits and punches because you guys deserve it, essentially. And I'm not going to give up on you guys and hide what I'm learning just because it's hard for me to describe it, put it into simple terms. I'm just going to stumble in front of you and do my very best to try to convey information that is in alignment with me. And again, it doesn't just mean I have to talk to you at every point in time and make any deep, long videos. I can, still be doing road trips or updating you on other stuff that is happening in my life. But as long as it's with the right vibration and intention, that's good. But I can say I have not been doing that. And that is why I'm disappointed in myself for the last recent years. So course correction time. When you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. And you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in. You're welcome.
Pickles for me, pickles for you, pickles for everybody.
So the other thing I was just thinking is what are the most challenging areas for me right now? Because it's very easy to say like internal freedom. It's what it's all about without actually defining that. So I can't define that for you. It's your journey of whatever that means for you and whatever triggers you have, having to free that out of the equation. Muscles, it is what people think of me. That is a massive one. That is a massive thing I struggle with. And if you care about that, you're shit out of luck. You're not going to be free. If you care about your appearance too much and you can't really function, that is definitely not a way to be free. It's good to, whatever you realize about yourself, whatever you need to work on, to hold that dear to yourself and just prove to be a different person. You show your flaws and then people either try to uplift you for it, but then they can also turn on you. So it's not going to happen overnight. You are going to make a lot of mistakes. You are going to probably fuck up quite a lot. It might take some time. And having the awareness of places you have to change, that's the hardest part. Recognizing you have those areas that are needing work and needing a shift. That's recognizing what that is near impossible. That is a journey to walk. That is a serious journey to walk. Look at my salad. Holy shit, it's good. Yum. Organic steak salad. I've also started to hide a lot of my previous videos because it was so out of alignment and authentic. And I know some people have said like it's sad because of nostalgia reasons, like leaving it was good information, like show us. But it was so out of alignment and it was not creating this new reality that I want to inspire, I suppose. And it was saying things that I didn't believe. And yeah, it's sucky because that frequency is going to stay out on the internet forever unless I choose to take them down. So even if people resonated with it and they liked it, it's like, yeah, I'm really sorry. I don't want to be associated with the certain things that I've said or done because it might have been out of integrity, out of authenticity. It feels like my online presence is almost needing to be fresh from every single day, but I obviously can't just keep hiding every single video that I've ever done, even though I really want to do that at times. But also showing my evolution of a journey, because I literally started on the internet making comedy videos. And here we are, talking about free human. I'll just have the sentence come through. If I knew what I was getting myself into with the pursuit of freedom, would I actually have done it? Answer is absolutely not. No chance. I wish I was... Yeah, even saying that doesn't feel true. Like I was about to say, I wish I was ignorant, but that's not true. Like I'm so grateful that I now am in this point in my journey of awareness of myself, of the world, how everything works together. But if I knew the responsibility and the weight that this journey would bring, I would never go down this path. I think sometimes I actually admire people that just have a lot simpler lives, and I guess I'm going to get there eventually, but it's maybe going through this extreme shift. So it's like, it goes from being pretty pure when you're born, still having a whole bunch of knowledge. You're not a stupid child just because you're a baby. You have a lot of wisdom to bring to the world. But it's simple, it's joy, seriousness, trying to play the game, like being confused by the game, seriousness. So you've experienced both sides. You're like super joyous and free. And then you have the other side, which is extremely serious. So you're exploring both ends of the spectrum in your own life until you get to the point where you are aware of everything and you get the seriousness and you transition into a balance of the two. That's where I'm going. And I would definitely not say that I'm still in the seriousness stage, but at least right now I'm in the stage where I'm unlocking the journey of joy and play and love and high vibes, because that's where the true answer is. And I thought it was somewhere else, and I was looking in the wrong doors and the wrong corridors and the wrong rooms. So straying off the path is very common. Actually, this is a great example. Like with my car, I came from a very simple background financially. I didn't have much. I didn't want much. My family's not materialistically driven. But then I acquired consumeristic success and I pushed it to the limit. Like with this car, that's definitely me pushing to the limit and having a human experience of both sides. Like I now understand both sides, and from understanding both sides, I can come to true understanding of myself and the truth that I have and the intuition. I can work from intuition, but without having explored both sides, you are still either wishing or wondering of what's happening on the other side. And now I feel like that circle for me is coming into a point where I'm able to spend a lot for certain things and then hold back where things don't feel like they make sense, and I can act from a place of intuition and knowing the innate value of things and being generous when the right time is to be generous and not being generous when it's not right. You got to go both polar extremes to understand truth. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I've talked a lot and I kind of liked it, and I made this a lot longer of a video, and it's just very free-flowing, allowing my mind to explore possibilities without editing myself too much, which is a really nice feeling, actually. I love it. Like, through doing the YouTube journey for so long, I've become an edited version of myself because I carefully check what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. Is it going to lose people's attention at a certain point? And it's tiring. It's really tiring, and it becomes part of you as a person. Like, you take on that trait into real life and you start questioning, oh, I should have edited that out, but you can't because it's real life. So allowing myself to free flow here has been really, really nice, but I am going to stop here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Very different, but it's a way for me to connect with you deeper, because I do think you deserve it, to have the attention and the time and actual conversation that you might be craving instead of playing shallow. So thank you so much for being here. There is no Instagram, but there is a newsletter, so check that out, and I will see you in the next one. Time to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is a magnificent tool for business owners and artists like myself to create a beautiful online presence that actually gets results. I'm so excited to tell you about some of the amazing features of Squarespace. My darlings, there is design intelligence. Introducing design intelligence from Squarespace, combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. Design intelligence empowers anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to their unique needs and craft a bespoke digital identity to use across one's entire online presence. Squarespace Payments. Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage your payments in one place with Squarespace. Onboarding is fast and simple. Get started with just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Plus, give your customers more ways to pay with popular methods like these ones. That's a lot. Sell content. Squarespace makes it easy to sell access to content on your website, like online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships. Earn recurring revenue by gating your content behind a paywall. Simply set up a price and choose whether to charge a one-time fee or subscription for access. And these are just some of the amazing features of Squarespace. There's plenty more. If you'd like to find out more for yourself, go to squarespace.com. And when you are ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Sorel to get 10% off your first website or domain. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring. And to you guys watching, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. This is fun.